Wednesday, April 26, 2022. Time is, I've got 2:03 p.m. This is our weekly business meeting, calling the meeting to order. Attending Commissioners Duncan, Brooks, and Filios. And at this time, we'll have 30 seconds of silence. Thank you. Okay, then. Jelena, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. So moving on, do we have any changes to the agenda?
Yes. Item 25 has been pulled. And then 2 meeting minutes are being pulled as well, April 12th through April 19th.
April 12th, oh, okay. April 12th through April?
I'm sorry, April 12th and April 19th.
And April, okay. Okay. All right. So let's move on. Okay, so let's begin with the approval of the meeting minutes.
Sure, I move that we approve items 2 through 5.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Filios.
Aye, and motion is carried. The consent calendar, please.
I move that we approve items 7 through 9.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Filios.
Aye, motion is carried. Payables list.
I move that we approve the payables for the week of April 18th through 22 in 2022 in the amount of $1,029,428.16 and jury panel payments in the amount of $1,713.75.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Filios.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Moving on to our business segment. Item number 11, bid award. FAA-AIP number 3-6-0010-054 -2022 runway lighting improvements. Stephen?
Commissioner Stephen Kiergardt for the record. This is a bid award notice to Calvaco in the amount of $517,257.20. This is not an agreement yet, as that'll come later, but this is just a notice of award.
No. Okay, Stephen, can you speak a little louder? Didn't quite hear that.
Sorry, this is a bid award in the to Calvaco in the amount of $517,257.20. This is not an executed agreement yet. That'll come later after we receive the FAA grant. So this is just a award, so we can begin moving the process and get the grant award from the FAA.
Okay. Question. So you're applying for a grant, but we don't have the money from the FAA yet. Is that correct? Basically, it's not in your fund balance.
So I guess
Correct.
my concern is we're awarding a bid without money in place. So if we do that, I'm looking at our legal.
Stephen, are we putting the
Is
cart before the horse?
Okay. Okay.
This is contingent. This is contingent, and there's contingencies built in with this. So if we don't get the grant award, we just terminate. We just cancel everything.
Okay, and that's what's in the award agreement?
Yes.
He's saying that's in the award agreement.
Dave?
I don't know, I haven't reviewed the agreements. Never asked.
Stephen, can we defer for a week?
If you'd like.
Yeah, please. at least give council a chance to review it before we go forward?
That's fine.
Okay, yeah, let's defer for 1 week. Thank you. Okay, item number 12, bid award and the notice award for fuel purchasing from Coleman Fuel Resource Management Office. Kim?
Yes, Kim Riley for the record. If you'd like, we can address 16 after 12. They're directly related. I'll leave that up to you.
Yeah, go right
But
ahead.
number 12, we submitted, we provided a solicitation for bids to 3 vendors to provide fuel services to Kootenai County, and we had 1 responsive bid, which was Coleman Oil. So we're asking to issue a notice of award to Coleman Oil to provide fuel services to Kootenai County beginning May 1, 2022.
Okay, any questions for Kim?
Nope.
Motion?
I move that we award the bid for fuel purchasing to Coleman Fuel with our Resource Management Office.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Thank you, Kim. Item 13, Fourth
No,
Amendment.
hold on, 16.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's
one's
what
the
you-
award, one's the agreement.
Go ahead.
So then number 16 is the actual agreement because the previous contract was going to expire. We'd like to do this at the same time, the fuel services agreement for Coleman Oil to begin providing fuel services effective May 1, 2022.
Okay, motion?
I move that we approve the fuel services agreement with Coleman Oil.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye. Motion's carried. Item 13, Fourth Amendment to consultant agreement with Great West Engineering for solid waste. JP.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. John Phillips for the record. The Solid Waste Department requests that you approve this proposed amendment for modification of an existing contract between Great West Engineering and Kootenai County. This is for services related to grade planning and landfill construction. Jamil Holmes has reviewed this and says that it looks good. So if approved, an increase of $14,700 would be added to the existing agreement. This is a budgeted item, and the department does have the funds to cover the cost.
Okay. Any questions? Okay, Bill?
I move that we approve the Fourth Amendment to the consultant agreement with Great West Engineering and Solid Waste.
Second.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, motion is carried. Thank you, JP. 14, board approval request notice to proceed with Stewart Contracting for the Fairgrounds RV Park Phase 4. I guess schedule, excuse me, scheduled for May 2nd. Resource Management Office. Kim?
Yes, we executed a contract with Stewart Contracting to perform the construction for Phase 4 of the RV park at the fairgrounds on April 19th, and now we are requesting approval of a notice to proceed as of May 2nd, 2022.
Okay. Questions?
Nope.
Motion?
I move that we approve the notice to proceed with Stewart Contracting for the Fairgrounds RV Park Phase 4.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, motion's carried. Item 15, board approval request for the application for proposal and funding for transportation services for the area agency on aging of North Idaho. Once again, Kim.
Yes, we are nearing the end of a 5-year agreement with the Area Agency on Aging. They provide our 20% cash match for the 5310 Ring-A-Ride program. So we are now asking for authorization to again apply for funding for that match.
Okay. Motion? Go
Can we
ahead.
do it?
Yeah.
I move that we approve the request for application for proposal funding transportation services area agency on aging of North Idaho with RMO.
Second.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, and the motion's carried. Item 17, 16 we've already handled. Law enforcement services for Dalton Gardens in the city of Dalton Gardens. Captain Brett Nelson, go right ahead, sir.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. We come before the Board today on behalf of the Sheriff's Office and the City of Dalton Gardens for your approval in the contract that we've joined with the City of Dalton Gardens to provide a deputy to provide law enforcement services to the city. The contract has been reviewed both by County and City Council and was approved by their City Council on April 14th. And we want to go forward with the approval of it through the board so we can fill that position as soon as possible, provide them with those services.
Okay. And this is not a 24-hour position,
No.
correct? Okay,
It is not.
Okay.
thank you.
And is there any way this can be seen as subsidizing Dalton Gardens by the rest of the county?
Not at all. It's paid for in total by the City of Dalton Gardens, by their police, or by their City Council, and covered all their expenses.
Very good.
Okay, thank you. Motion.
I guess it's my turn. I move that we approve the law enforcement services agreement with Dalton Gardens.
Yes, I'll second it. It's just reading here. I'm sorry.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, motion's carried. Item 18, board approval request for the Kootenai County updated sworn officer matrix effective April 24th of this year. HR Director Sylvia, please.
Sylvia Proud for the record. What I'm presenting to you today is information that was reviewed at the April 14th HR meeting for the detention officers and echoes. So what you have before you is the full sworn officer matrix with the updates of a 6.75% adjustment to the deputy matrix and then a 7.11% adjustment to the level 1 through advanced emergency communication officer matrix. But what we've done is it's combined as one whole document.
Okay. And this is what we went over a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Any questions?
No.
Motion?
I move that we approve the request for Kootenai County updated sworn officer matrix effective April 24th, 2022.
Second.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Okay, item 19, board approval request, approval of mid-year employee increases for detention deputies and emergency communications officers effective for 24 of this year based on the fiscal year 22 wage study. Sylvia, please.
Sylvia Proud for the record. What you have before you is the employee pay report by employee showing their positions, their current wage, their new wage, and the amount of increase. So it's for the emergency communication officers and the detention officers for a total of 75 employees are on that list at this time. The funds were set aside by the board during fiscal year 22 budgeting, and it's in the wage contingency fund line item.
Okay.
And this would be effective April 24th, 2022.
Okay, that would have been, that's yesterday. Well,
Well,
Friday.
it's the beginning of the
Well,
Beginning
the
of the pay
beginning of the
period.
pay period,
Okay,
yes, correct.
okay.
Thank you.
Okay, any questions? Motion?
I move that we approve the mid-year employee increases for the detention deputies and emergency communications officers effective April 24th, 22, based on the information provided.
Second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item 20, financial budget purchase approval for 2022 Ram 3500 pickup for parks and waterways.
Good
Nick.
afternoon. Good afternoon, Commissioners. Nick Snyder for the record. The board might recall last week we were in and requested authorization to convert some capital in our existing fiscal year 22 budget and use a combination of that and ICRIP funds to replace our vehicle. We've such found one and completed the informal bid process, Counselor, to make sure that we dotted those I's, crossed the T's. Unfortunately, there's very limited inventory out there. We were able to find a vehicle, unfortunately not on the state list, which is a first for us, from Walla Walla, Washington's Ram dealership. So we're requesting authorization to expend $65,358 to purchase the vehicle and direct the auditor's office to make that check available to us.
Does that give you enough money for the sander?
We should have just enough, Commissioner, unless prices go up again. But we do have some other funds, non-capital, we may be able to put toward that. So
Okay.
we'll make it work.
Okay. Motion. It's your turn.
Oh, I thought I did the last pay increase.
Oh, no, that's.
It's
Bill,
okay.
sure. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I move that we approve the purchase of the Ram 3500 pickup for Parks and Recreation, Parks and Waterways.
Second.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, and the motion's carried. Item 21, West Order forms Kootenai County Upband Agreement with Thomson Reuters for our prosecuting attorney.
Pat.
Pat?
Yeah, Pat Baden, Civil Deputy Prosecutor for the record. We've had an increase of the total attorneys in the prosecutor's office to include the elected prosecutor and both civil and criminal deputies, where we have 28 attorneys with one vacancy. But our current agreement with Westlaw only allows for 26 attorney licenses. So to cover the additional attorneys we have to enter into an amendment, which is before you now, that will raise that number from 26 to 30. It does raise the monthly cost from $5,448 per month to $6,148.01 per month. Although, interestingly enough, the monthly cost per attorney actually goes down slightly. But this will keep us, give us enough attorney licenses so all the attorneys can use Westlaw. And it'll be good through the end of the current contract, which will be in September of next year. And I need to let you know they're already knocking down our door to renew our agreement, so that'll probably be coming within the next several months.
Okay. And there's money in the existing budget to cover the increase, Pat?
As far as I know, Barry may have to work with Dina to move some funds around, but he is aware of the increase.
Okay.
Okay. Motion?
I move that we approve the order form for the Kootenai County Upband Agreement, Thomson and Reuters for our civil prosecuting, actually our prosecuting attorney's office.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye. Motion carried. Item 22, financial budget, board signature on purchase orders for 5 vehicles for adult misdemeanor probation. Keith?
It's not all 5 vehicles for us, but the
Yeah, I
ones
know.
coming in front of you. Hi, good afternoon. Keith Hutcheson for the record. In front of you is 5 of the 8 vehicles that we were talking about last week when we came forward to you. These are to be signed. 2 vehicles right now will be going to the sheriff's office, 2 to probation, and 1 to veteran services. And then once these are signed, we'll get checks out. Hopefully, our goal is to get the other 3 in front of you next week. We have 2 of the 3 right now, but just waiting for one more purchase order to come in. And then after that, the process will start for the sheriff's office to upend or up equip, not upend their vehicles and move forward. Their understanding is to get the juvenile detention and reprographics vehicles done first. So whatever's being replaced, to get those done first.
Okay, so this order you said is for 2 KCSO, 2 probation, and 1 veterans?
Yes, and
Okay.
these are just these are the non-specialized vehicles that has.
Okay.
These are the non-specialized vehicles.
Got it. Okay. Motion?
I move that we approve the board signature on POs for 5 vehicles with adult misdemeanor probation.
Second.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye. And its motion is carried. Now, item 23, advisory board appointees, Don Walters to Historic Preservation Commission, term expiring 12/31 of '23. You know what? Why don't I do it? Okay. So if there are no questions, I'll make a motion that the board approve the appointment of Don Walters to the Historic Preservation Commission with his term to expire at the end of December 31st of 2023.
Sure.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, motion is carried. Item 24, Resolution 2022-32 to surplus equipment, and this is an asset deletion for District Court.
Hi, Callie Young for the record. And this is an operable copier mix / fax machine that we've had for quite some time. It's out of warranty. We can't get the parts to fix it. It's actually more cost effective to get a new one. And Building and Grounds has been graciously storing it for us. So we are just hoping to clean up our inventory list and get this one removed.
Thank you. Motion?
I move that we approve Resolution 2022-32, which is the surplus equipment asset deletion for District Court.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, motion is carried. Item 25.
Nope, we pulled that.
You struck it.
Oh, we did strike it. Sorry, I didn't put an X on that.
Sorry.
Okay, moving on to our status update.
Thank you.
Facilities expansion.
Yes, and so right now, legal has the RFQ under review, and once that happens, it will come before you guys to review, and then we can publish it and have it, RFQs returned by May 24th.
Now, is this for the CMGC?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Construction Management General Contractor. is that-
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right, then. Airport lease, PAC.
I talked to Wally, and he has forwarded to Stephen an escalating scheme for increasing the PAC's rent over the next, I think it's 20 or 30 years, so it's gradual.
Okay. Have they agreed to it?
Everybody's agreed.
Wonderful. I hate to say how long this has been.
Amazing.
Okay. Thank you for that. Okay, financial snapshot, that's first Tuesday in May, and I believe that would be May 3rd. And that'll be brought to us by Dina. And that concludes our agenda items for today. Public comment? Hearing none, I have 2:25, meeting adjourned. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pat, Kim.
It's been a ton of meetings the last 2 days. I'm getting writer's cramp.
I'm doing okay, how are you?
I have a special request. When you have time, I sent that last week.
Oh, okay, yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Whenever you can think about it.
Okay, I'll call you, in fact, I'll call you this afternoon. Okay.